So you're an artist, and if you press this video, you'll probably want some gift ideas. Whether your birthday is coming up, for New Year's for some reason, or for Christmas. Well, you are so lucky because today I rounded about a ton of artist gift ideas. And these gift ideas are inexpensive and cheap and in great quality. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first idea is going to be alcohol markers, and obviously with those alcohol markers, you are going to need other stuff too. So I have also rounded up a couple of other things you're going to need to use along with those alcohol markers. So as someone who uses alcohol markers, I can definitely confirm that they are amazing. They blend so well and fill up spaces so quickly. But anyway, here are some of the markers that I recommend. So Ohuhu markers are number one on this list. I highly recommend these. They blend so well and they are so cheap and they're so good. And my favorite pack is 100% the skin tone pack. It has such a wide variety of colors and it's just amazing. So if you have these markers, obviously you're going to need a place to put them and a place to use them. So this is where this comes in. To put this out there, yes, the Ohuhu markers do come in a pack, but it is very, very bland and boring. So if you're not feeling the black small bag kind of thing with Ohuhu slapped on it, then, you know, go for it. But if you're like me who doesn't really care, then you don't really need this idea, just for the people who don't like the simple Ohuhu style stuff. So now let's say you have these placeholders for the markers, and now all you need is just a place to use the markers, which is going to be, drumroll please, a sketchbook. And so the best sketchbook that I have ever drawn in my life is going to be the Ohuhu marker sketchbook. Okay, so now I'm just looking at it, and apparently this sketchbook isn't just a marker sketchbook, and it's also a mixed media sketchbook, so that's even better. So anyway, this thing has apparently 62 pages that are all thick, and it is really, really, really hard to make stuff bleed through. And in my sketchbook tour, I have drawn in this sketchbook, so that's also proof. But with more proof, here is a drawing I did a while back ago using the Ohuhu marker sketchbook, and there's the bleed. It barely bled, which is my point. So to the people who are like me and like markers as well, I hope you enjoyed the little micro review, and we're going to get on to number two. So the second kind of gift idea for artists is going to be color pencils. And to me as an artist, I've seen a lot of art supplies, and I know color pencils have one of the most rip-offs, and it feels really hard to find a brand that you actually like. So here are some of the color pencils that I 100% recommend. So first on this list is going to be these Faber-Castell color pencils. The colors are just so good and so vibrant, and the shading is really nice. Second on this list is going to be the Prismacolor color pencils. Now these are super, super duper good, and they don't crack or chip, which can be really annoying if you're coloring with pencils. And the coloring is so smooth, so I would definitely recommend these if you just want to do a mixed media piece, or if you just color with color pencils and all. Lastly, I have these, and you might be thinking, why are they on this list? Because they are not color pencils. I have them on this list because they are obviously graphite pencils, as you can see, but they are so good, and if you just want to create a little realism piece, you can get the colors in there easier. And now we're going to go on to the next gift idea for artists. So the next gift idea for artists is going to be paint. Painting is something I really enjoy, and so these paints are, you know, like I said with all the others, are really nice. But before we go ahead and I show you the paints, I'm just going to say that I will only be showing acrylic and watercolor. I feel like there's more. I don't know if there's more because I haven't used paints in a while. So here is a list of paints that I have gathered up. So first on this list is the Castle Art watercolor paints. The only flaws that this has is that some of the pigment numbers are not available and the colors are reversed. So if it would say yellow and green, the green would be the yellow color and the yellow would be the green. And for the next acrylic paint that I recommend you is the Arteza acrylic paint set. Now these are super good and the colors are super vivid and bright, and I love how the colors look, but the only problem is that their tubes are so little, so they come with a little bit of paint, so you'd have to buy 2 sets if you wanted a lot of paint. And now you have this paint, but you need somewhere to draw with it in, and of course you could just use a canvas, but what if you want to draw somewhere else? So what I would definitely recommend is this Canson multiple pad. It is perfect for paint, and it is just really nice, and it's similar to a sketchbook. And obviously if you paint, you are going to need brushes, so here are some brushes I recommend. These brushes work with acrylic, watercolor, gouache, and oil paint, which I'd say is a big win. They are so good, and they're really good for any artist at any level. And lastly, I thought this would be a fun little addition. I decided to add masking tape because as someone who's used paint and markers, masking masking tape is a really fun addition to just get rid of stuff that you don't want. And you don't know how much I recommend this. I got this for Christmas last year and it's so good, and I still have it till this day. You can easily write on it and it's super sticky and it's really easy to tear off, and by that I mean the paper doesn't go along with it too. I know how annoying that can be, and this is just so good. And now get ready for the next idea, which is art books. The top art books that I recommend are, number 1 is Let's Get Creative with Markers, and it teaches you how to color, shade, and blend. It has 64 pages and it's honestly so useful and has so much information on how to do everything with markers. It can be hard to do stuff with markers, so this book has your back. And if you have paints, don't feel left out, because this one right here is a painting techniques book and it has 304 pages. It teaches you whether you have acrylic, watercolor, or oil, how to paint. This third book right here is a manga artist's Copic marker tutorial, kind of, so like a guide. It's technically very similar to the marker tutorial book in the beginning, but it has 144 pages and it's really helpful. This fourth book right here teaches you about how to draw anatomy and perspective, and I'm sure all of us artists have trouble drawing that, and this book has about 96 pages, so it's going to be helpful. The last book I have on my list is this realistic pencil portraits book. I honestly think this book is so helpful. It has 128 pages and it helps you to draw realistic faces as well as the realistic body parts by themselves. I have had this book since 2020, and whether you need a refresher on realism or you just want to get better, this book definitely helps. And that is all of the art books I recommend. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and now that you found these gift ideas, have a great Christmas.